Hey, good morning. Today is Pandra, 15th of November, right? So almost all half. Oh, it's time is passing quickly, right? And November and December. Actually, from today, I will just go to the Delhi by train, and tomorrow I have a class, the Lotus Sutra class in Delhi. Will be hard. But at least I already prepared the record for today, tomorrow. So don't worry. In regularly, as a routine, we will do the morning service, and I also join from the train, right? Yes, let's get started. 'Honor to be the great mandala, the perfect circle of all honorable work, revealed by our founder Nichiren Shu. Honor be to the eternal Buddha Shakyamuni, our original teacher, the Lord of the Dharma, our great benefactor who attended enlightenment in the reborn past. Honor be the Sutra of the Lotus flower of the wonderful Dharma, the teaching of equality, the great wisdom, the one before. Honor be to our founder, the great Bodhisattva Nichiren Shu, dispatched by original Buddha. Honor be to Renge Ajari Nichiji Shoni, the first overseas missionary. Honor be to the protected deities of the Dharma. We honor all of you. May you come to this consecrated place out of compassion towards us, see us with the light of wisdom, and accept our offering and chanting, and Nam Myo Renge Kyo. 無常人人未明の法は百千万号にも相立て祀ることかたし我今検問し従事することを得たり願わくは如来の第一義を下せ至極の大乗思議すべからず検問即知皆も大に近づく能戦は奉仕所詮は発心色相の文字はすなわちこれ王人なり無料の功徳皆この経に集まれりこのゆえに自在に妙に訓示密に訳す内無知罪を滅し善を生ずもしは真もしは法共に仏道上世三世の諸仏人人の妙伝なり諸上世世地具し頂戴せ Verses for opening the sutras, the most profound, wonderful teaching is presented in this sutra. This sutra is difficult to meet even once in thousands and millions of years. Now we have been able to see, hear, receive, and keep this sutra. May we understand the most excellent teaching of the Tathagata. The most excellent teaching of the great Bhikkhu is very difficult for us to understand. We shall be able to approach enlightenment when we see, hear, or touch this sutra. Expounding is the Buddha's wisdom. Expounded is the Buddha's truth. The writers composing this sutra are the Buddha's manifestation. Just as perfume is caused by something put nearby. So shall we be literally benefited by this sutra, even when we are not aware of being so benefited, because infinite merits are accumulated in this sutra. We can experience our past transgression, do good deeds, and attain Buddhahood by the merits of this sutra. It doesn't matter whether we are wise or not, or whether we believe the sutra or surrender it. This sutra is the most wonderful and most excellent taught by the Buddha of the past, present, and future. May we meet and receive it, verse after verse, word after word. Myoho Renge Kyo, Oben Pondai Nichi Se Sonju Sangai Anjo Nikiko Shari Hotsu Shobutsu E Jinjin Muryo Gochi E Mo Nange Nanyu Issai Shomon Hyakushi Butsu Shofu no Chi Shoi Shaga Butsu Zo Shingo 百千万の無臭小物人形小物無料同法有病小人病小不毛小中人人未増右法地域小説飲酒難芸者利発法十条物地来九十因縁修十比喩公園公病宇宙方便引導主張料理小弱相違者が如来方便知見から密会偶則者利発如来知見東大人の無料無形力無相違全上下脱三大人入無最成就一切未造右法者利発如来の集中分別行摂商法言自入な越下修士者利発収容言師無料無変未造右法物質上重視者利発不修不摂商医者が仏性上重第一形難芸司法有物用物内道空自商法実相小異小法尿税総尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税遠尿税下尿税法尿税本末空行と小異小法尿税総尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税遠尿税下尿税法尿税本末空行と小異小法尿税総尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税遠尿税下尿税法尿税本末空行と The Sutra of the Lotus Flower of the Wonderful Dharma, Chapter 2, expanding. There from the world honors one emerged quietly from his samadhi and said to Shariputra, the wisdom of the present Buddha is profound and immutable. The gate to it is difficult to understand and difficult to enter. Their wisdom cannot be understood by any Shravaka or aquatic Buddha, because the present Buddha attained on many hundreds of thousands of variants of past Buddha and practiced the immutable teaching of those Buddha bravery and strengthly to their far-flung fame until they attain the profound Dharma, which you had never heard before, and became Buddha, and also because since they became Buddha, they have been expounding the Dharma according to the capacity of all living beings in such various ways that the true purpose of their various teaching is difficult to understand. Shariputra, since I became a Buddha, I also have been expounding various teachings with various stories of previous lives, with various followers, and with various similar. I have been reading all living beings with innumerable experience in order to save them from various attachments, because I have the power to employ experience and the power to perform the following insight. Shariputra, the insight of the Tathagata is wide and deep. The Tathagata have all the state of mind, towards innumerable living beings, unhindered, eloquence, power, fearlessness, dhyana, concentration, emancipation, and samadhi. They enter deep into boundlessness and attend the Dharma which you have never heard before. Shariputra, the Tathagata divides the Dharma into various teachings and expounds those teachings to all living beings so skillfully and with such gentle voices that living beings are delighted. Shariputra, in short, the Buddha attained the immutable teaching which you have never heard before. No more Shariputra will I say, because the Dharma attained by the Buddha is the highest truth, rare to hear and difficult to understand. Only the Buddha attained the highest truth. That is the reality of all things in regard to their appearance as such, their nature as such, their powers as such, their activity as such, their primary causes as such, their environmental causes as such, their effect as such, their reward and retribution as such, and their equality as such despite these differences. 両法蓮華経如来十両本来十六自我特別来小教小国衆無料百千万国際阿葬儀場説法教刑無修奥修上領入応仏道二来無料行為道修上公方便言年半日実不滅道上重視説法が上中王子異小人通力量天道水上水根に封建宗権が滅度航空用者利変界英連母非小活合収集上期神無七時期異入な一心欲見物風知釈神明寺が偶修所空出量重戦が自合修上上在死不滅異方便力高原不滅不滅用国修上空行信行者が不法に注意説明情報尿道不問師単にが滅道が検証修上末大航空会甲府異原子両合小活合因合神連邦内出異説法神通力尿税大阿葬儀庫常在領重戦牛用小修上修上健康寺大化小小寺がシ道安論定人長十万本林小道各修十法小五法中卓経過修上小有楽小天逆天空上者修義学漫画ラ家三仏牛大修が浄土風紀二宗見小寺右風小空尿尿税出十万税総在修上医薬号因年化葬儀庫風門三宝明称宇宙空毒には式時期差即回転がし在死に説法悪事異収集説物事無料空内見物者異説物難知が地力尿税栄光小無料寿命無修航空集合小特尿と宇宙者没頭死将棋東南療養時仏道実風公領異税法令一おしこ実在に合し無道説法も外役一世無空小空見者異法部天道実在に合滅異条件が公に小教師し法一弱行欲打法悪道中が上智修道行道無行道水曜消化道一世修正法毎地さぜね異が領修上特入無浄土即上十仏心The duration of the life of the Tathagata. It is many hundreds of thousands or billions of trillions of asankhya or kalpas since I became the Buddha. For the past immutable kalpa, I have always been expounding the Dharma to many hundreds of millions of living beings in order to lead them into the way to Buddhahood, in order to save the perverted people, expediently show my nirvana to them. In reality, I shall never pass away. I always live here and expound the Dharma. Although I always live here with the perverted people, I disappear from their eyes by my supernatural powers when they see me seemingly pass away and make offering to my sharira and adore me, admire me, and become They both have light and gentle and wish to see me with all their heart at the cost of their lives. I reappear among secret evil with my Sangha and say to them, I only live here, I shall never be extinct. I show my extinction to you expediently, although I never pass away. I also expound the unsurpassed Dharma to the living beings of the other world, if they respect me, revere me, and wish to see me. You have never heard this, therefore you hold that I pass away. I see the perverted people sinking in an ocean, therefore I disappear from their eyes and cause them to admire me. When they adore me, I appear and expound the Dharma to them. I can do all this by my supernatural powers. I live among secret evil and also in the other abode or Asankhya Kalpa. The perverted people think this world is in a great fire. The end of the Kalpa of destruction is coming. In reality, this world of mine is peaceful. It is filled with gods and men. The garden, forest, and state reveal them and adore with various treasures. The jewel trees have many flowers and fruit. The living beings are enjoying themselves, and the gods are beating cavalry drums, making various kind of music, and raining mandala flowers on the great multitude and me. This pure world of mine is destructive, but the perverted people think it is filled of sorrow, fear, and other suffering. It will soon burn away. Because of their evil karma, these sinful people will not be able to hear even the names of the three treasures during a Sankhya Kalpa. To those who are accumulated melons and who are gentle and alive, and who see me living here, expounding the Dhamma, I say, the duration of my life is immutable. To those who see me after a long time, I say, it is difficult to see a Buddha. I can do all this by the powers of my wisdom. The light of my wisdom knows no bound. The duration of my life is immutable Kalpa. I obtain this longevity by age of meditation. Have no doubts about this. Remove your doubts and no more. My words are true, not false. The physician who sent a man expediently to tell his perverted son of the death of their father in order to cure them was not accused of falsehood, although he was still alive. In the same manner, I am the Father of the world. I am saving all living beings from suffering. Because they are perverted, I say that I shall pass away, although I shall not. If they always see me, they will become arrogant and righteous, and cling to their five desires so much that they will fall into the evil cult region. I know who is practicing the way and who is not. Therefore, I expound various teachings to all living beings according to their capacity. I am always thinking, how shall I cause all living beings to enter into the unsurpassed way and quickly become Buddhas? Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, thank you very much for the chat message. And 21 chapters. Myoho Renge Kyo, Nyorai Jinriki Hondai 21小仏聖者十王大臣十位越主上皇見無量人力絶相新本天新法無修行異具仏道者見識慶氏小仏教会小牛丹寺師匠宗門実法国寺会六修道異仏滅道公同時税教皇小仏会管理見無量人力独類税教皇三味中寺者法無量公中有公不能寺聖人師苦毒無変無具両実法国不可得変大の自税教者即位見が薬見他法仏儀祥奮人者風見が今日教系消防殺の自税教者両が牛奮寺滅道他法仏一切会管理実法現在仏病過去未来薬見薬用薬用特管理小仏座道場所得費用法道自税教者福薬道徳の自税教者王将法師義 行地九根地行説無空人用不多空一切無償下王如来滅後地無償説教因縁有志大慈悲如実説如日学校も道場師小本宗表死人行政権の滅衆上案行無量菩薩一教十一条税公宇宙者門師空独利王が滅道後王十字司教税人の仏道欠上無義 The Sutra of the Lotus Flower of the Wonderful Dhamma, the teaching of the 21 chapters supernatural powers of the Tathagata. The Buddha, the word severe, have great supernatural powers. They display their immutable supernatural power in order to cause all living beings to rejoice. The tip of their tongues reaches the heaven of Brahman. Immutable rays of light are emitted from their bodies. For those who were seeking the enlightenment of the Buddha do these things delight to be seen. The sound of quoting of the Buddha and the sound of their fingers snapping reverberate over the world of the 10 quarters, and the ground of those words quakes in the 6 ways. The Buddhas joyful displaying their immutable supernatural powers because the Bodhisattva from underground vow to keep the sutra after my extinction. Even if I praise for immutable kalpa the keepers of this sutra, to whom it is to be transmitted, I can't place him highly enough. His merits are as limitless, as infinite, as boundless as the skies of the world of the 10 quarters. Anyone who kept the sutra will be able to see me. He also will be able to see many treasures, Buddha, the Buddha of my religions, and the Bodhisattva whom I have taught today. Anyone who kept the sutra will be able to cause me to rejoice. He also will be able to bring joy to the Buddha of my relica and also to many treasures, Buddha, who once passed away. He also will be able to see the present, past, and future Buddha of the world of the 10 quarters, making offering to them and cause them to rejoice. The Buddha sat at the place of their enlightenment and obtained the hidden core. Anyone who kept the sutra will be able to obtain the same before wrong. Anyone who kept the sutra will be able to expound the meaning of the teaching and the name of the word of the sutra. Their eloquence will be as boundless and as unhindered as the wind in the sky. Anyone who understands why the Buddha around many sutras, who knows the position of the sutra in the series of sutra, and who expounded after my extinction, according to its true meaning, will be able to eliminate the darkness of the living beings of the world where he walks about, just as the light of the sun and moon eliminate all darkness. He will be able to cause immutable bodhisattva to dwell finally in the one vehicle. Therefore, the man of wisdom who hears the benefit of their knowledge and who keep the sutra after my extinction will be able to attain the enlightenment of the Buddha definitely and doubtlessly. 日蓮正解上人五妙法諸法実相上に示しての玉枠 learning and practicing. Have faith in the great Mandara Gohonzo, the most venerable one in the entire world. Honestly endeavor to strengthen your faith so that you may be blessed with the protective powers of the Shakyamuni Buddha, the Buddha of many treasures and Buddha in manifestation throughout the universe. Strive to carry out the 2 ways of practice and learning. Without practice and learning, Buddhism will cease to exist. Endeavor yourself and cause others to practice these 2 ways of practice and learning, which stem from faith. If possible, please spread even a word or phrase of the sutra to others. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経 ナムミョホレゲキョナムミョホレンゲキョナムミョホレゲキョ死教難事薬残事者が即歓喜諸仏薬ねよぜしに諸仏昇太世俗有名世俗生じ世名字開行図打者即位失徳無常仏道の往来世独自死教自身仏死従順全知仏滅道後道下合義で昇天に世間資源奥異性の周遊説一切天に海洋不要हम ईमानदारी से महामंदारा गुणों के पूर्ण चक्र में अदानिया लोगों को लोटस सूत्र और धर्म के सभी सुरक्षात्मक देवता ओम को सर्वोच्च शिक्षण के लिए भगवान शाक्यमुनि बुद्ध ने बोधि वृक्ष बोधगया के नीचे ज्ञान प्राप्त किए और तब से उन्होंने विभिन्न तरीकों से विभिन्न शिक्षाओं का प्रचार किया ताकि सभी जीवित लोगों को इस सांसारिक क्षेत्र से मुक्त होने में मदद मिल सके और अंत में लोटस सूत्र सत्रवा पुंडरीक सूत्र का प्रचार किया जो 2600 साल पहले पवित्र भूमि जिसकी चौथी लाजगीर भारत में सर्वोच्च शिक्षाओं का प्रचार करता था। लोटस सूत्र में शाक्यमुनि बुद्ध कहा जाता है। हम लोग एक दूसरे का अवश्य सम्मान करना चाहिए। हम लोग अगर हम बोधिसत्व के मार्ग पर चलेंगे तो हम भी बुद्ध बन सकते हैं। इसलिए लोटस सूत्र बहुत जरूरी है। नाम म्यो हो रहेंगे क्यों का लोटस सूत्र का शीर्षक है क्योंकि लोटस सूत्र और नाम म्यो हो रहेंगे क्यों और दैमुख शीर्षक के पास बहुत ज़्यादा पुण्य है। मैं आशा करती हूँ पुण्य सभी जीवित प्राणियों में फैल सकता है ताकि सभी जीवित प्राणी एक साथ ज्ञान प्राप्त कर सके, दुनिया शांतिपूर्ण हो और सद्भाव में ला सके और सभी जीवित प्राणी कष्टों से मुक्त हो सके। सभी संवेदनशील प्राणी स्वस्थ और खुश रहे। नाम म्यो हो रेंगे क्यो सिजो मुहें से गंदो 번노 무슈세 간당 오몸 무진세 간지 무츠도 무조세 간조. Sentient beings are measurable. I bow to accept them all. Our evil desires are exhaustible. I bow to consume all. The Buddha's teaching are measurable. I bow to study them all. The way of the Buddha is unacceptable. I bow to attain the path of life. Nam myo ho renge kyo. Nam myo ho renge kyo. Nam myo ho renge kyo. Yui gan so so shu tetsu jo so ji ga taku Thank you very much. Let's continue chanting for inner peace of all living beings. सभी जीवित प्राणियों की आंतरिक शांति के लिए नाम म्यो हो रेंगे क्यों का जाप जारी रखें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। Thank you very much. Have a nice day. See you evening chanting time. Thank you. Please take care of yourself.